All right. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Joseph Papello. I'm the Director of Volunteer Programs here at Emergency Management. I oversee the CERT program with my staff. I'd like to thank you all for joining us in person and also virtually for our leaders who are out there. Let's see. You can be heard. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley. So again, I just want to thank you all for being here. This was a fun cycle. A lot of changes have been made to the curriculum prior to this, so in a way, you're the first to be taking this newer version of the hybrid training. So to get started, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to bring up firefighter and CERT staff member Regina Wilson to perform the Star Spangled Banner.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Regina. I would like to now turn it over to New York City Emergency Management's Commissioner, Zachary Iskel, who will share a few words with us.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. And just a big round of applause for Regina. That was amazing. Thank you. Every time we get to hear her sing the national anthem, it's remarkable. So thank you for being here. I am New York City Emergency Management Commissioner Zach Iskel. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you here tonight to celebrate your graduation from the CERT Basic Training class. So congratulations to all of you. It's so nice to be back in person, be able to give all of you the recognition that you deserve for this achievement. I'm really honored to meet you. I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak to you this evening and to welcome you as the newest incoming class of New York City CERT members. We have heard from some of we've heard a lot from your instructors about your dedication, about the remarkable talent, and about how much you have learned during this course. And so tonight is really a celebration of all of you. It's a celebration of all that you have personally accomplished over the last few months. And it's also a celebration of your commitment to this city and, more importantly, to New Yorkers who make up the fabric of this city. And I know how much is packed into a CERT basic training classes and how much real-world experience that your instructors are able to add to this class, to these classes. And I'll say, you never know when you're going to have to use your training. Just this past year, Emergency Management has given special recognition to several CERT members who have saved lives. One of our amazing volunteers used their CPR skills during an event. This volunteer not only used their own skill, but the support of fellow veteran volunteers to secure a scene and make it safe until EMS was able to arrive, and she is a true hero. Another one of our fantastic volunteers jumped right in during a subway emergency. They used what they learned in their CERT training to wave the flashlight on their phone, signaled to an incoming train conductor to stop a train before it could reach a commuter who had fallen onto the tracks. Her quick thinking, combined with the knowledge gained from CERT and from our amazing FDNY instructors, saved a life that day. While I hope you never find yourselves in similar situations, I want you to take a moment to think of all the benefits that this program has already given you, how many lives you could possibly affect during an emergency, and by sharing what you have learned in the last few months. You continue in a long line of volunteers before you who have made our communities better and who have helped make them more prepared for emergencies. Your completion of this training was not a small task, and you should be proud that you stayed with it. And so I think this calls for a round of applause for all that you have accomplished. At CERT, we're trying to build back better as we continue to transition back to in-person classes. We hope that you found that the use of both virtual and in-person classes improved your experience. And we are also grateful that we've been able to offer the last two graduations in person, because we feel that the impact of being with you to celebrate in this way really highlights how important this is. We also understand that there's still fear surrounding COVID, so we're happy to welcome those who are able to join us remotely, virtually to this graduation, and to share this momentous occasion with your families, with your friends, fellow members, and our volunteer leadership. So welcome to all of you. As you know, being a New York City CERT member comes with a level of responsibility. You may be working with vulnerable populations or residents who have lost their homes or possessions. Presence will be a comfort to them, to those going through terrible times. You will be a familiar face in a community, someone who is there to help, to comfort, and to make sure that residents have access to resources. So I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to complete this training and for your commitment to your communities. I also just want to take a moment to share with you some of the ways that our CERT volunteers assist their communities over the last several months. For one, buddy checks. They supported their communities by performing buddy checks for vulnerable residents to see if anyone needed support. DEP catch basin clearing. Every time we have the potential for a flash flood, New York CERT members assist their communities by cleaning off the grates in well-known problem areas in their community, which helps to avoid unnecessary flooding. Flash flooding day of action. In preparation for National Preparedness Month, CERT volunteers supported a distribution and educated their community at 13 flood-prone subway stations throughout the city. I was out there with them. It was fantastic working with them. Earlier this fall, on Labor Day, at Jacob Reese houses, we had to distribute water. CERT volunteers were out there supporting water distribution to the residents at the NYCHA facility after there was a scare about water supply contamination. At our Asylum Seeker Welcome Center, CERT volunteers supported the Welcome Center as flow monitors. They welcomed people off the buses, gave them handshakes, hugs, and welcomed them to New York. And I will tell you, having gotten to know some of these asylum seekers and work with them, conversation after conversation, one of the things that they've told me, and you think about the journey that some of them have been on, starting in Venezuela, going through jungles, deserts, urban areas, mountainous terrain, it's remarkable, this journey. And many of them will tell you the first time somebody welcomed them, you think about all the borders, all the people they interacted with throughout that journey, the first time somebody welcomed them was when they landed at Port Authority. Oftentimes, that person welcoming them was a CERT member. Thanksgiving balloon inflation support. CERT supported the New York City Police Department with pedestrian traffic management, including guidance surrounding street and subway closure in support of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And also Community Mayors for Special Children, Operation Santa. CERT supported the Community Mayors for Children with Special Needs with their annual Operation Santa Claus event at JFK Airport to ensure the safety of the children and participants as Macy's Santa Claus distributed gifts to children. And so after tonight's graduation, all of you will also have plenty of opportunities to support your communities in many of these same ways. And I hope that you all take advantage of every single one of these opportunities available to you. The training, the practice, the deployments, and most importantly, the opportunity to educate your communities in emergency preparedness. My staff continues to expand the roles that CERT can perform in their communities. We know that this is really a worthwhile mission, and I can't tell you how glad we are to have you aboard. I would also like to thank our dedicated New York City CERT program staff and emergency management. I know that you all put in incredible amounts of effort to make tonight happen and to train these members. This includes Joseph Papello, Anthony Escato, Denise Esposito, Regina Wilson, Gabe Zervos. I just want to say tonight we will add 26 new members to this program. I'm pleased to welcome you, our new graduates, to the New York City Emergency Management. Welcome. Before we move forward with the ceremony, I'd like to point out that we're not only honoring our new graduates, but a very special division that will be receiving an award tonight for their extraordinary efforts in building a community preparedness network in their community. I'm pleased to present Bronx Division 4 with the Joanne Webb Dixon New York City CERT Ambassador Award. Herman, can you come up to say a few words about Bronx Division? Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Herman Schaefer. I'm the Deputy Commissioner here for Community Engagement. Before we get to the award, I'd like to say a little bit about Joanne Webb Dixon. Joanne Webb Dixon was a volunteer with the program. She served up in the Bronx and was a pillar of her community. She not only did CERT, but was part of the community board and many, many other organizations or communities. So this award is named after Joanne Webb Dixon, who unfortunately passed a number of years ago, but represents what this award is all about. The CERT volunteer who's also involved with our community in a really fundamental way. We would like to offer congratulations to this year's winner of Joanne Webb Dixon Ambassador Award, and that's Bronx Division 4. Unfortunately, Khalil was unable to make it. He let us know late today that he had something that didn't allow him to come and accept this award. But Khalil is a division chief for Bronx Division 4. He has been a volunteer for many, many years and leadership for as many years as I can remember. And is someone who lives in Co-op City and sees the entire Co-op City as his community, including all the organizations that surround him. So Bronx Division 4, led by the division chief, Khalil Abdul Wahab, have been super active this past year in providing Right New York presentations and connecting a large multi-purpose church, Life Together Works, with our community preparedness unit. I'd like to take this moment to call out a few members of our staff who are part of the community preparedness unit. We have Emily, Jill, and Sanasa who are here helping with the graduation, but in their day-to-day work, do the work that Khalil does. They work with organizations in their communities to make those communities more safe. As a result, this staff has provided some one-on-one trainings, targeted mapping workshops with Life Together Works. Bronx Division 4 created an ongoing series of preparedness workshops to support not just the LT Works leaders, but also the community members that they serve. Bronx Division 4 has been cultivating this partnership for the most of this year and has rendered some amazing results. Because of their efforts, their community, which includes the Bronx Community Boards 9 and 10, is better prepared for our emergency. I would like to thank Khalil and the entirety of Bronx Division 4 CERT for their perseverance and their endeavors. They have truly made a difference and captured the role of ambassador to their communities. I hope that everyone here takes a look at this and says, this may be something, is a good role for me in CERT, and go talk to them. Because this is one of the critical things that our volunteers do. and it supports not just the actions of you as a team, but your communities as all. So, unfortunately, to them tonight, but I just want to show it to you. It's one of 3 awards. We give one at each of the graduations, but this one is one of the ones that is incredibly beneficial to their communities. Thank you so much. And Joe, I think
Thank you, Herman. All right. At this time, I'd like to give our colleagues an opportunity to address everyone this evening. I would like to invite FDNY Deputy Chief Stephen Corcoran up to say a few words.
Congratulations, Bronx Division 4, on winning the Joanne Ward Dixon Ambassador Award. That's well deserved. Congratulations. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Fire Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh and the Chief of Department John Hodgins and all the FDNY CERT instructors, I just want to congratulate you on the successful completion of the fall 2022 CERT Basic Training class. As we all know, we all have family obligations, school, work, other interests in our lives, and precious time is a free commodity, a very precious commodity. Especially as we get towards the end of the year, into the holiday season. The fact that you were all willing to give up 2 nights a week, through several weeks, all through Thanksgiving, and as we approach the holiday seasons of Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year's, not to mention year-end work obligations, school finals, other holiday celebrations, and other family interests. It's a real testimonial to the seriousness and dedication that you've all demonstrated and your true desire to give back to your community and your city. So we thank you for that. And we also want to thank your families, because they're the ones who really get shorted of your time as you're donating your time twice a week to come here through this busy season that they, I'm sure you had to sacrifice a lot, but they had to sacrifice a lot too to allow you to come here. So thank them on our behalf. As we've mentioned, and as Commissioner Iscol mentioned, this graduation is just the beginning. The CERT program is only as strong as the members' involvement, and really the involvement of new members is the key. We rely on the enthusiasm that you bring as new members to the team, to your respective teams, to energize them and refresh them with new energy and new ideas. New members always bring the energy levels up of everybody on the team. We see this in the fire department all the time. Every time we have new probationary firefighters assigned to a firehouse, it brings the energy level up of all the members, and it's the same is true with the CERT program. The firehouse will have a new member show up, and somebody will bring out a specific tool to train the new members on, or they'll start a discussion about specific fireground tactics. And you'll see, without even forcing other people to join in, everybody just filters out and takes place. And next thing you know, you have everybody involved in a really intense drill. And it's the same thing. People love to drill. Sometimes they need a little catalyst. And lots of times we find that the new members are just that catalyst to spark the energy in the teams. So we look forward to you doing that for us, As the Commissioner also mentioned before, as we said, the training for the CERT program will continue. This is just the beginning. There's a lot more training available to you guys. The Commissioner mentioned one specific incident where a CERT member utilized the training they learned during the CERT program about how to stop a train that's coming into the station and possibly, most likely save somebody's lives. We're in the process of getting back to a full day long of training in the early spring that we're going to conduct at the Fire Academy, where we get to utilize the fire department's state-of-the-art facilities. And one of those is a subway simulator, which has a full subway station, subway tracks, subway cars. And we'll be able to go over those important safety issues that you guys have not getting the opportunity yet to learn in your training yet. How to stop trains, where the power removal stations are in the trains, fire extinguishers, things like that. And that's just one of the aspects of the training we'll do that day. It's a full day of training, and hopefully you guys will get the opportunity as new members of the team to participate. And it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of information, and it's really one of the great training opportunities that we have in the program. So as you can see, your CERT mission is not an easy one, but like anything in life, that's worthwhile doing, it requires dedication and practice to become better at it. So we look forward to seeing you in the future at all these various training opportunities. And the one thing I would always like to ask to the new members is, as you just participated in your disaster simulations this past week, you realize that we have volunteers that come and play the victims at these disaster simulations. So we always ask you to pay it forward, that when the springtime comes around and the next class of, the CERT members are going through the training, we're having disaster simulations, we're going to put the word out that we're going to be looking for volunteers to play victims, at these disaster simulations. And the more people we can get, as you can see that you just went through this, the more volunteers we get, the more victims, the more real we can make the scenarios, and it makes a big difference in the training. So we hopefully that you guys have an opportunity to do that and can come back and participate in the upcoming training. With that, I just want to give you all, well-deserved pat on the back and wish you all a happy, safe, and healthy New Year's to you and your families, and congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Our fire department instructors are amazing and incredible. You've witnessed it firsthand. Other people that are incredible are NYPD instructors. So I would like to introduce NYPD Lieutenant Michael D'Esposito to come up here to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lieutenant D'Esposito. I'm here representing the commanding officer of the Auxiliary Police Section. On behalf of Police Commissioner Sewell and the entire New York City Police Department, I would like to congratulate tonight's CERT graduates and their awardees. I've been with the NYPD since 2010, and I've been assigned to the Auxiliary Police Section in June of 2021, working alongside many of New York City's volunteer members. Prior to that, I was a lieutenant in the 6-0 precinct, which is in Brooklyn South, which covers the Coney Island area. During that time, I worked with many members of the community emergency response teams during various events at the boardwalk, which is thousands of tourists visit every summer. During that time, I worked with the members from the community emergency response teams in these events. My experience working with CERT members, the tools you have learned from the first-rate team of instructors that you've had will prove to be invaluable. You're doing a tremendous service for the city. As volunteers, each of you choose to wear the uniform and serve your communities to make them safer and better for everyone, workers, visitors, tourists alike. CERT is so important because emergency preparedness is not everyone's responsibility. As CERT volunteers, you will be helping your friends, families, and neighbors before, during, and after a major incident. Each of you will enjoy building relationships and forming lifelong connections that without the CERT program would not have been possible. We know that a common cause like CERT is a great way to bring people together at a time when building trust and respect is so fragile. When I attend these remarkable CERT graduations, I'm filled with hope for the future of our city. You serve your fellow citizens without reward or pay, but solely with a passion to better the communities that we all proudly call home. I'd like to thank you again for your dedication and service, which truly makes an incredible difference. Congratulations.
Again, I'd like to thank our NYPD instructors. NYPD has been a strong supporter of the program from its inception. We're very lucky to have FDNY EMS, and our NYP first responders available to provide this training. Their knowledge and professional experience is truly unmatched, and we don't have a CERT program without them. We're constantly working with them to improve upon what we do every day based on what you as volunteers are going to be out in your community working to do to better the community. So thank you again, everybody. And now for the fun part, the recognition of the graduates. So I am going to start. I'm going to like to ask the commissioner to come up here. We're going to call your name. You can come up. The commissioner will be here. You could get your certificate and take a picture with the commissioner. Okay. All right, we're going to start first with the Monday-Wednesday class. First up, Margaret Bishop, who will be heading to Manhattan Division 4. Next, we have joining Manhattan Division 3, Jason Bouvier. Next, we have Luis Carrion Ayala, joining Manhattan Division 5. Next, we have joining Brooklyn Division 5, we have Jonathan Castro. Donovan Crosby, joining Queens Division 6. Joining Manhattan Division 5, Tyler Gutterman. Joining Brooklyn Division 6, we have Lucretia John. Joining Manhattan Division 1, we have Marvin Lay. Next, we have joining Manhattan Division 5, Shamel Lawrence Sr.
That's my boy.
Joining Brooklyn Division 6, Awilda Montes. Next, we have Dale Nelson, joining Manhattan Division 1. Joining Manhattan Division 1, Tracy Richardson. Can make it? All right. Last but not least for our Monday, Wednesday session, Kenia Rosette, joining Queens Division 1. All right, and now we're going on to our Tuesday, Thursday class. First up, Edwin Chen from Queens Division 4. Joining Bronx Division 4, Peter Del Debbio. Joining Queens Division 1, Neil Hemnerin. Joining Bronx Division 6, Isatao Jalot. Joining Manhattan Division 1, Bettina Mengiaracina. Joining Brooklyn Division 1, Cassandra Payne. Next, we have Eric Peacock joining Bronx Division 5. Next, we have joining Brooklyn Division 1, Kelly Proctor. Next, we have joining Manhattan Division 2, Melissa Reed. Next, we have Virginia Tufaro joining Queens Division 4. Next, we have joining Bronx Division 5, Xavier Vega.
Yay! Yay!
Next, we have joining Manhattan Division 3, Myla Yee. She's not with us tonight. And last but not least, our very own Gabriel Zervos, joining Brooklyn Division 6. Gabriel is our Civic Corps Fellow working with the CERT program. And again, I'd like to congratulate all of our graduates. Let's get a round of applause.
Yay!
In just a few minutes, we'll be heading downstairs. We have some snacks for you, but before we do that, we're going to ask our Deputy Commissioner, Herman Schaefer, to come up and provide closing remarks.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate how much time and effort you guys went through to be able to make this. So I just want to say congratulations to everybody. I wanted to let you know that you are joining an incredible program and a very incredible group of volunteers who stand ready to assist the city and your community, more importantly, in the goal of making sure that you're more prepared and that your communities are more resilient. After tonight, you will be able to participate in all CERT activities. Join your fellow members in different operations and activations that come up. You've heard this throughout your training, but I want you to make sure that you do take advantage of all of these. There's lots and lots of opportunity here to continue your growth, which will help you both in your personal life and also in your career here. So I do want to take a moment to thank the program staff for all the work they put into this program, and just want to make sure that you feel welcomed into our family. So to our new graduates, I'm very pleased to welcome to you New York City Emergency Management family, and please give yourself a round of applause. So we do hope that you join us downstairs for pictures and some. But I do want to just take a moment here to recognize someone in the room. I'm sorry. Mr. Greeny here, who's sitting at the front, who's a guest of a volunteer who's graduating this time, was one of the first people who started this program. So he didn't know I was going to do this, but he preceded me starting in 2003, left in 2005. He started the program in 2003. How much it's grown, and I hope you're proud of the program that you started. Thank you so much for your time tonight. And with that, we're going to ask everyone to go downstairs. We have refreshments for you, and please do find we're going to call you in. We'd like to take a class photo with everyone here so we can share that with you, and you can have another memory of today. Thank you so much for your time, and welcome to the program.
Congratulations, everybody.
All right, so if the class liaisons can escort them. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.